Today I'm going to be using Labyrinth Lord to work through a little adventure. I have my two gnomes here, Polly and Bosco. Polly is a magic user, Bosco is a cleric, and I've drawn up a little chart here. I'll roll a d20 when they enter a new room. They need to go through 5 rooms, and on the 5th room they'll find this portal that they're looking for, because Polly has had a premonition that a relative of hers is in immediate danger and she needs to get to him as quickly as possible. There's no way to do it over land, so she needs to find magical means to get there in time to save him. Now we've got 5 monsters here on number 1 to 5. 6 to 10 will be a random trap from this book here, and 11 to 15 will be from the Table Fables II encounter chart, and 16 to 20 will be unoccupied, but they can search in the hope of finding something useful. So that will be how they work out what's going on in their 5 encounters. This, before anyone asks, is the Big Book of Battle Mats. It's available on Amazon and all your favourite online retailers. So that's what I'm going to be using. I use it a lot. And so let's get going. So as we approach this haunted temple in the cold early dawn, the sun hasn't quite come up yet, but they arrive at the ruins and there's a smell of mould and a prickly draught. And it's very dusty, probably because of the mould and the spores and such. So that is how this place feels. Now, can we hear anything at all? 70 is sneezing, that's silly. So we'll ignore the sneezing, and we will enter this place. Now I'm going to use some dice to generate room sizes and that kind of thing. So as we approach the doors, I'm going to use my silly oracle. So are the doors open? Yeah, that didn't quite work, did it? I'll use my other silly dice. It's certain that the doors are open. Okay. Well, what keeps people out is probably the reputation of the place. So we arrive at the doors, and in the first chamber we come to, 1213, which is quite big. I'll make it square, a nice square 12. Okay, now quickly find out on the d20 what is in this room using our chart here. 12, that is a Table Fables encounter. But let's just roll the d3, see what doors are here. There are 2 doors. Let's say 1 there and 1 there. So we'll check the Table Fables dungeon encounters. So we're rolling a d100, which is 58. And the characters encounter a beautiful tree growing into the wall of the dungeon. The tree is actually a dryad, too terrified of the monsters to change her form. Okay. Polly is very conscious of the time, and so she doesn't want to just walk away, but she's going to have to quickly say, somehow she can clearly, can she sense that it's a dryad, or you just think it's a tree? I'll just give her an intelligence check, intelligence or less. 12 or less. Okay, she's able to realise that it's a dryad, and she's going to quickly say, look, I really don't have time. I'm trying to save my uncle, but please, there are no monsters here right now. We will guard the doors if you want to transform and escape. But please hurry. So I'll just roll on the monster reaction table, and if she doesn't react well, then there you go. 9. Unfriendly. Okay, may attack. Well, she's clearly too scared to cooperate. We're going to have to leave the tree there. If she's not going to be helpful with us, we're going to have to go. But, and clearly she may attack, so she's, I don't know, perhaps she thinks we're monsters. Perhaps she thinks we might harm her as well. So, we won't, but we're going to have to head off. So that was our first encounter. Now we're going to listen at this door. No, we don't hear anything. Whatever might be there, we don't hear it. So I'll do a d20, and that's a 3. There is a monster in here. How big is the room? 14, wow. It's a long, narrow room, let's say. Do a quick count on the doors. There are 2 doors. Put one there and one here. Now, how many giant rats are there? This could be problematic. Oh, there are 6. That's not good. Okay, are we surprised? No. Are the rats surprised? No, they're not. Okay. This could be a problem. There's 6 of them, so they have 1d4 hit points each. Okay, that's a lot of enemies to deal with, even though they are rats. So Polly's going to cast her only spell as a level 1 wizard. She's going to cast Sleep, and affecting 6. Wow. Yeah, plenty of hit dice of creatures, certainly these rats. And Sleep does not give you a saving throw, so they are out for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rounds. 12 turns, I should say. So the rats are asleep, and we are going to dash through and try to make some headway. We could actually kill the rats, but we're not going to, because we're not intending to come back this way. So we're heading for the next door and having a quick listen. We don't hear anything. That'll be on a 1 or 2. So what is in this room then? It's a 7. It's a random trap. Page 147 of the Advanced Companion. So let's have a look. 56 is a pit trap. Okay, well let's find 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's call it 9 to keep the room square. How many doors we got? 2 doors. On there, on there. A pit trap. Okay. This could be tricky. Now, gnomes are able to detect decrepit or unsafe structures above or below ground, walls, floors, ceilings, etc. And so I'm going to say gnomes must be actively searching for these abilities to function. Okay. Got a trap to deal with. I'm going to roll for it anyway, because we are sort of being aware of our... feels like cheating. I'm going to give a normal roll to Bosco and Polly for being able to detect unsafe stuff, because traps aren't decrepit bits of buildings, but you know, it would just be nice to have a little random chance to detect. Oh, we do. How are we going to get across this trap though? That's the tricky thing. I mean, perhaps it encompasses the whole room to make it more awkward. So if we do a dex check each. So, oh gosh, her dex is 6. Send Bosco across first. That's excellent. He manages it. He gets to here. He will try and throw a rope to Polly so that she can then avoid the trap as well. That will give her, say it gives her a +4 on her dex roll, because otherwise she's going to be in big trouble. She's still in big trouble. She falls down the pit and it locks shut. She suffers 1 damage. But luckily Bosco is at the top and he's able to, he's going to be able to bash the thing in him with his warhammer and get Polly out. Now the trap's been sprung, it's no longer a threat. So we did suffer from that, but anyway, we're going for this room now. We shall have a listen, as demi-humans like to do. We will hear something if we know if it's a thing. 14 is a Table Fables encounter. So let's see what that is. I'll just quickly roll the room size, which is 10. Let's do a long room. How many doors? 2 doors. Let's put 1 here and 1 here. And on the dungeon events table, that's an 18, so that is the characters encounter an illusionary wall designed to make the room or hallway look like a dead end. Doesn't quite work for us. We could let's say that this door is hidden by magic, and that will give us a 1 encounter. That leads towards the place we want to go. But if we don't spot it and we have to go through here, we'll have to go through an extra encounter. So I'm going to give Polly a intelligence check to see if she can spot it. And she doesn't. Does Bosco spot it? He actually does. Bosco says, "Hang on, Duck, don't go through there. There is a shimmering illusion here that I've just spotted shimmering. So if we go through here, it's clearly designed to throw us off the scent, so this will keep us on track." So this is the final room where the object of our quest is. And it is, let's call it 9, make it nice and square. There are no more doors because we don't need to go anywhere else. There is this magical doorway, which I'll deal with in a second. But what else is in this room? 16 is unoccupied. So Polly and Bosco approach the magical doorway. Taking a deep breath, they hold hands so as not to become separated, and they step through into the shimmering magical portal. But where do they end up? Polly and Bosco arrive at a scene of absolute carnage. A dragon has exacted a terrible vengeance on these goblins. It turns and sees them, recognises them that they're both gnomes, just like Chumley here, and they both rush over. Polly administers a healing potion to Chumley. 6 hit points he gets back immediately. Chumley comes round and says, "Please save my friend Meepo." So, our cleric friend here, Bosco, will cast Cure Light Wounds on Meepo, restoring him by 4 hit points. And if they hadn't have used the magical portal, they would never have got here in time to save their friends. Now Chumley, Meepo, Bosco and Polly will be able to take the dragon back to the Queen of the Kobolds and receive her very grateful thanks. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.